And he produced a giant rubber dildo to put on my car, which is something he sort of quite likes to do.
Keep rolling.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Thanks, darling.
James May.
Hello.
Hello. Who is the biggest pain in the neck to travel with?
You've given me a duff pen.
I do have a spare pen.
No, it's okay, I've voted.
Why Jeremy?
Well, because he's a... choose my language carefully. He's a bit of a prima donna. He once complained that the Range Rover that came to pick us up from the airport was the wrong colour. I'm not going to say any more than that.
That's a fairly easy one to answer. Because of the moaning. Honestly, we did a film when he and I were travelling through an airport, and we were complaining about... Sorry, no, he was complaining about how far it is to walk to check-in, or from check-in to the plane. And he did this immensely long rant, and everyone thought, that was really clever, you wrote and did... No, that's what he does. It's intensely irritating, so there's only one answer to that.
James said he once complained about the colour of a car when you were getting picked up.
Jeremy did.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
James May is the man that once said, when we were travelling doing our live shows, we were going to go to the next location, and he said, will the wine be chilled on the helicopter? Now, that's a number of assumptions. Firstly, that there's a helicopter. Secondly, that there'll be wine on it. Lastly, that it can be chilled.
Yeah.
That tells you a lot about that man. I'm going to change my answer to James. Next.
Who would you least like to spend the night with in a foreign prison?
When you say spend the night with, you mean share a cell?
Simply share a cell. Could be like a bunk bed arrangement.
I'm going to go JC. I did share a tent with him in the North Pole many years ago in the Top Gear era, and he accuses me of snoring and all sorts of things, but actually Jeremy Clarkson sort of talks in his sleep. He gets into his sleeping bag and he puts it over his head, and then he does this sort of Tourette's swearing and muttering thing, so it's like being in a tent with a blasphemous maggot. It's really unpleasant.
Wait, this foreign prison. Is it in a cell?
Yes.
Who else? Is it just the two of us, or is it like lots of other people?
Just you two. It can be a bunk bed, it could be a single, it could be a double bed. Do they do double beds in
Just to be
prison?
clear, I'm standing up all night. Let's be quite clear about that. Right. Most want to, or least?
Least.
Okay. Now, I don't want to hurt him with this. I don't care. It's Jeremy. Simply because I'd rather with James, because James likes what he calls itchy prison blankets. It's weird. But he likes a single bed and an itchy prison blanket. In fact, one time in Bolivia, the accommodation that night, we had to doss up down in some little shepherd's hut in the middle of nowhere. And we were sharing. We opened the door and it was bliss because it was two little single beds. I love a single bed as well. But he likes a really itchy blanket, which means he'd be very happy, which means he'd shut up. Whereas Jeremy wouldn't shut up. And then I'd have gone to prison for whatever I've gone to prison for, traffic offence, but then I'd have to stay in prison because I would have committed murder.
Sort of like a double up. Now you're here for a reason.
It'd be really bad. Is this high tech?
Very.
For your high tech platform?
This
It's
is
very
actually-
modern. Yeah, we're really, really modern.
That's actually the menu board in mine and my girlfriend's flat. We write our menus on it every day. Sorry.
You do what?
So we like... I'll tell you at the end.
You write email now to find out more. What?
Who would pack the least appropriate item for a foreign trip?
So a single least appropriate item.
Yeah, plural. Have you ever packed like the wrong charger plug?
No, but I'm going to say only because, am I allowed to say this? He did once, we once travelled to, which country did we go to? Namibia. And he produced a giant rubber dildo to put on my car, which is something he sort of quite likes to do. But that must have mean it was in his luggage. So he was travelling through Heathrow and various other airports with a 3-foot rubber penis in his bag. He must have been. But it certainly didn't come out of my bag. Can I say this?
Well, it depends. Now, you see, I put that because I'm a bit thick.
Okay.
So I might, put swimming trunks to the pole or something like that. That's possible. That had, I did turn up at, where did I turn up at? Somewhere really odd. I turned up in like Arctic kit. That's a problem. But then Jeremy and James each turn up. All of their kit is inappropriate and horrible. And Jeremy wears those ghastly suede shoes and no socks.
It's not what you want in 40-degree heat.
Not allowed to. So I'm going to say, I'll stick with me.
Now, James
Was
said-
lying.
Well, I need you to clarify this. James said that Jeremy once bought him a present to put on front of his car, which happened to be quite a large sexual object.
Oh yes, it did. Yes.
Is that true?
He did do that. Yes. Were you going to ask who's the best? I just answered that. There it is.
Just so every camera's got it.
Yeah, just to make sure. Thank you very much
No,
indeed.
that was great.
And
So-
well done for your high-tech
Thank you.
fridge device.
So that's-
what are these menus you write down? Keep rolling.
Yeah. Like Monday to Friday, we'll write down what food we're having. And so Monday, Tuesday, I can show you. Yeah.
Why do you do that?
Because we often shop on a budget. And so in order to not waste money, we decide what we're going to have, like on the Sunday, and then we go through Monday to Friday, and then we just write down a little menu.
So if there's leftovers, you can plan ahead, so you're not going to suddenly waste stuff that might not otherwise be eaten.
Basically, yeah, but there's rarely a time when there are leftovers. But for example, it's just nice to know that if you're having a rubbish day, you look at it and you're like, oh, Monday night is lasagna.
Oh my God, your day's so bad that the only thing that's cheering you up is a plastic thing stuck to your fridge with lasagna written on it.
It doesn't even stick to our
Jeez,
fridge.
you have ruined my day. I've had a nice one, and now I'm just depressed. Take your fridge
We will,
menu
we'll get out
board
there.
away.
Richard, so lovely to meet you, man. Thank you. That was brilliant.